Hello everyone, welcome to Chapter 11, Practice Test. We're going to go over it real quick. Make sure if you have any questions, you ask me the next day. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, length times width times height, guys. That's the equation for volume. So volume equals length times width times height. So the length is, let's count, 1, 2, 3. The width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So then what you got to do is 3 times 5 is 15. And 15 times 5, you do it right here. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So volume is 75 cubic units. Okay. All right. Number 2, you could do volume for this, or you could just count them. So I'm just going to count them because it seems pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know that it's going to be 8 cubic units. And then for number 3, I could do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cubic units. Because I know that there's only one layer. So I know that since the width is 1, I can, the volume would be 4 times 1 times 2. Because the height is 2, the length is 4, but the width is 1. So I just know, it's just easier for me to count than to do volume for those two. Okay? But if you still want to do volume, obviously, it doesn't hurt. Number 4 says, the layers of the rectangular prism are shown to the right of the prism. Enter the volume in cubic inches of the rectangular prism. So it says to enter the volume in cubic inches. I'm going to highlight that because it's very important. I know that my answer needs to be in inches cubed. Okay, so whatever my answer is. So I know that the length from here to here is 4. The height from here to here is also 4. And I know that also because of the layers, right? There's 4 layers. And the width is here to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So volume equals 4 times 5 times 4. I know 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 times 4 is 80 inches cubed. Okay. Alright, if you have any questions on any of these, please make sure you let me know tomorrow before you take your test. Alright, number 5 says that the layers are shown, enter the volume in cubic inches. So once again, we got to do cubic inches. Okay? And I know that there's... Oh, you know what? I actually did number 5. Sorry about that, guys. I looked at the wrong one. I did number 5 first. So let's go ahead and do number 4. That's my mistake. I did number 5 first. So number 4, we have a height of 2 because there's 2 layers. And we have a length of 5. And we have a width of 3. So our volume is 5 times 3 times 2. And I know 5 times 3 is 15. And 15 times 2 is 30. And it's going to be 30 inches cubed. Okay. Alright, so that's number 4. Sorry, I flip-flopped those two. Okay. Let's go ahead and do number 6. Number 6 says, Kendrick is building a rectangular prism. The top layer of the rectangular prism is shown above. And he builds a prism that has 4 layers. I'm going to underline that because that's going to tell me how many layers of this there are. There's 4. That means my height is going to also be 4. So volume. Well, the length is 3. And the width also looks like it's going to be 3. So volume is going to be 3 times 3 times 4. Now I know 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 times 4 is 36. And it says to show it in cubic inches. So it's 36 inches cubed. Okay? So number 6 is a little interesting because they only give you 1 layer. But they tell you that there's 4 layers. So the height's going to be 4. Alright? Make sure you read very carefully on that one. Okay, and there's another one just like it. I think number 9 is going to be just like it. Okay, number 7. They give you the length, width, and height. Okay, so the length is 4, the width is 3, and the height is 5. Okay, I know 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 5 is 60, and it's going to be 60 centimeters cubed because I see right here it's centimeters. So 60 centimeters cubed is my final answer. Okay, Number 8. Let's go ahead and count how many are from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The width looks like there's 2. Yep, and the height is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So the volume is going to be 5 times 2 times 5. Okay? 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 5 is 50 cubic units. Okay? Number 9. Number 9 says that Julian is building a rectangular prism. The bottom of the prism, which is this one right here, is shown, and it has 3 layers. I'm going to underline that. It also says to enter the volume in cubic centimeters, so I'm going to underline that too. So it tells me that the height is 3 because there's 3 layers. The length from here to here is going to be 4, and the width from here to here is going to be 2. So my volume is 4 times 2 times 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is going to be 24 centimeters cubed. Okay? Number 10 says the layers of the rectangular prism are shown. Enter the volume. So I know that there's 4 layers. Okay? So my height is 4. The length is going to be 3. And the width is 2. So my volume is 3 times 2 times 4. Well, I know 3 times 2 is 6. So I know the volume is 6 times 4, which means that my volume is 24, and it says cubic inches, so it's inches cubed. Alright, that's numbers 1 through 10, you guys. If you have any questions, please make sure you let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.